What's going on YouTube? This is 3zinferno. So sorry I haven't updated in a while. I've been a little busy dealing with family, doing family things in San Francisco. So I'll be back I'm in San Francisco for another week or so, probably until Monday. So I'll probably see you guys at Gob on Saturday and maybe even Black Diamond on Sunday. So that means I won't be at Frank's for a while. Wednesday and Saturday, but still talk with my pal Richard at the booth, and he'll try and hook it up for you guys. Alright, so just answering a few questions. You know, a lot of people have been asking me these questions, and I feel like it really needs to be talked about. Now, first question is, should I be main decking 3 MSTs? Well, in my opinion, no. I've been talking about this for a while. If you read my TCG article on Forbidden Lance, it's time to do at least 2 MSTs and 1 Forbidden Lance in your main deck, most likely. Reason being is because MST is becoming more and more of a dead draw. The more people that play dragons, the more the MST is useless. If you have MST for Future Fusion, that's good. But what else are they going to set? Maybe a Treacherous Trap Hole? Maybe if they set their own one of their own MSTs. Maybe if they set their Forbidden Lance, that's about it. Or if they're bluffing a recharge, which is sort of silly because you wouldn't want to MST a bluff recharge because then they can drop cores. So I really want to run 2 MSTs and 1 Lance, if not more Lances. But just instead of running 3 MSTs, I would side deck the third one. Now, another question that I've been asked is, should I be main decking Bottomless Trap Hole? If you want me to answer that, all you have to do is think about it yourself. Are dragons a threat? Yes. Therefore, you should be main decking Bottomless Trap Hole. Also, another reason is dino-rabbits are still the second, if not the most popular deck at big events because of their ability to control the game. Now, if rabbits and dinos are the meta right now at big events, are you going to main deck Bottomless Trap Hole? Yes, of course. Why? Because dragons, you bottomless anything in that deck except like a Raikou, and bottomless all their rabbit plays like their Kabazools and their Sabersaurs, and then they can't pot them back. So it's really good. They can't pot a virus them back. There you go. So bottomless is just really good right now, and I don't see why you shouldn't be main decking 1 copy, if not 2 copies. So I'm a proponent of bottomless. Also, if the tour guide into Levier, bottomless. Tour guide into anything, basically, like XYZ into anything, bottomless. What is the dark horse deck right now? Meaning, what is the deck that can come from sort of out of nowhere, you know, and just win the Nationals? Well, first let's take a look at what Nationals is going to look like. I think Nationals is just going to be a ton of dragons and rabbits. Now, what decks are good against dragons and rabbits? I've heard people talk about a triangle in which dinos are good against insectors, insectors are good against dragons, and dragons crush dino rabbits. Like it's a little triangle. That was not a triangle, that was like a square. Triangle. So, insectors are not bad. I really like insectors in a way because I think the reason they were underrepresented at Philadelphia was because people were getting too fancy with Ladybug. I like Ladybug because it's a good tech card, meaning you only run 1 of it. You don't run multiple copies of Ladybug. It's not as good as Hopper, because Hopper's 1700. Ladybug isn't, it's just too small. And I feel like people are getting too fancy trying to make level 5s. I mean, it's a good option, but it's not the staple. You do not make rank 5s exceeds or XYZs as staple of the Insector deck. You use them as a, hopefully, like it's an option, okay? Like a Tyrus or an Aegis play, or even a Zenmayo play. Otherwise, you don't usually have to exceed into anything. It's better when you don't exceed into anything. You just leave your Dragonfly and your Centipede on the field, and if your opponent can get over both, great. Then you have a Dragonfly in your hand that you search off Centipede. If not, then you have even more things to blow up. So I really don't like when people XYZ into something with their Dragonfly and their Centipede for no reason. Sometimes it's just like, oh, that makes it way easier for me because now I have 1 Veiler. Next turn they draw a Veiler. I'm like, well, now I can Veiler your Dragonfly and just get rid of XYZ and you lose. But if you leave a Dragonfly and a Centipede and they only have 1 monster and they can't get rid of both, then you're like, well, I win. I'm golden. So a lot of people like to do that, and I advise you guys if you're playing sectors, just most likely you would want to leave your insectors on the field. That's what I think. Now, windups are actually pretty good deck too right now. People are main decking the Veilers. Yes, they might hurt, but they're not as painful as Max C. As a windup player, I know that Max C ruins windups. Veiler only stops him for a little bit. Granted, it might stop me on my big play, but it's better than getting Max Seed and then I don't know what to do. Just sit there or don't do anything, and then they max into a Veiler, and then I let them draw 5 cards and I still lose. So honestly, windups are still a really good deck right now. They're a really explosive deck. One deck I do really like though is Dark Worlds. Dark Worlds because especially in Dragon decks, they don't tend to main deck MSTs. So when you have a Gates out there, even if you Grapple pop their Light Pulsar, the special Red Eyes, your graph is 3,000 attack. Your beaters are bigger than their beaters, okay? I mean, they do have Chaos Sorcerers and things like that, but you can control their graveyard with Dark Smog. You can do a lot of plays that can control them. So I really think Dark Worlds are really good, and Skill Drain with the 3,000 graph back is a scary thing against every deck. Against Dinos, Grapha is a good. Dark Worlds is a good matchup. Against Insectors, Dark Worlds is a good matchup because of your ability to run Skill Drain and Deck Devastation Virus. So Dark Worlds, I think, are a dark horse to win as well. The Dark Worlds are always a good deck. Granted, they're not tier 1, but I don't really understand. I mean, I know what tiers are, but I don't try not to group them anymore. Especially reading the article from Jason on TCG Player, because honestly, it's true. It's arbitrary. I can think something's tier 1, but you can think it's tier 2 or 1.5 or whatever. So it's just really personal opinion. So that's the questions I'm answering for this video, guys. If you guys have any more questions, just let me know. Leave it in the comments. I'll try to answer them. Alright, thanks guys. 3zinferno signing out.